It says we're live.
Hey!
Hey, welcome everybody. Welcome. Just want to make sure everybody knows who's on the panel tonight. I hope everybody knows Dee Dee. She's beside me there, and then some of you probably don't know Pam. She's new to the scene. Punchy Paints. Sketchy sketch. Okay. And I like it.
Sketch.
And then Furlough the Hatchet Fish.
Way over there.
And then Susie Softail, also known as Q Aquatics. And then Robert the Triggerfish, also known as Tennessee Aqua. And Lazarus, Lazarus the Fish Boy. We were just asking him, Dee Dee, was if we should call him Lazarus or Laz. It's not, you don't run into a Lazarus every day. So he said we could call him Laz. So,
I have to say, this is the first Lazarus I have ever run into.
Yeah.
Me too.
First and only.
Me too.
I'm actually happy.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's good.
It is a cool, they have a unique name. All right, I'm going to say the hellos here real quick. There's Lori Monster Fish Gal, Spots Aquatics. There's Dee Dee even out there in the chat. Mike did spread graffiti all over the chat, guys. He said that in Susie's stream. Baits and Genetics, Freaky Fish Lady Holly. Same. Monica Lynn, MLT Plants. She's shipping me some plants tomorrow. I can't wait. And other things that I'll show in an unbidding.
He's sending you a pair of socks.
No. It's not just that, Susie. I ordered things other than plants.
Ooh, I can't wait to
See?
See?
Yep. Now it jumped on me and I lost my spot. Dennis Christensen, Mark Tomchuk. It's doing that, putting up banners about new comments below. Let's get on down here. A lot of talking in the chat. Mississippi Hippie. Daniel Velez, welcome. And I think I'm getting near the bottom. Levi's Aquatics. Audio and video is good. Thank you, Maria. Jerome. Ricky DeHoyas. Liquid Zoo. OnlyFans. Matt. Jenny Lynn. Hey, Jenny. Patty's Petite Tanks. Paul McCarthy. Let's see. More of the same. More Lucky Smith. Boy, Les, you've got quite a fan base. We haven't had anybody like this since Pam and Susie Mud Wrestle. DLC Aquatics.
Dang on, I missed that. I want to get in there.
See, I missed that too.
New Local Austin. Lucky Dog. Wow. Ed's Tanks for Therapy. Sorry, I'm slow, but I don't want to skip anybody. Scott's, I think I might have said Scott before. Jimmy Pease, I know I didn't. He says Lazarus is an outstanding young man. I'm really pleased to see him on your show. We are too, and I agree with you.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Levi's Aquatics is asking how many tanks you have, Laz.
Me?
Yes.
Yeah, I have 5.
Nice.
Yeah, not like you guys. Don't have a lot.
I
don't reckon I could get another one though. There's barely any room in the house.
I understand that. There's Degenerate Fish Keeper, Susie's new best friend, Jason. She's got a hole in her floor or something, basement. She does. She can explain. Scuba Steve-O's Aquatics. Did I lie, Susie? I'm never going to find the bottom here, guys. And you have to do this next time. Okay, that's everybody. I think Pam just does like every third one when she's calling them out. And nobody dares cross her about it. All right, guys.
Well, with a name like Sketchy Sketch, maybe they're hoping she won't mention their name.
I'm guessing. I'm guessing so. All right, guys. As you know, we have Laz or Lazarus, the fish boy, with us today, and he's been on YouTube for quite a while and got quite a library of films and live streams and so forth. So go check him out. You'll be glad you did. And we're going to do kind of just like a generic interview with him. We didn't. He and I only talked maybe what 2.5, 3 hours, something like that, before the stream tonight. And so I told him I would just ask him a couple of questions, and that'll get people going as they've already started in there. So, can I blow
Thank
you
you
up?
for having me.
Thank you for being here. We really appreciate it.
Oh,
Can I make you the big person on the screen,
Oh, yeah.
or you rather not?
I don't mind.
Okay. That requires me to push buttons. All right.
There we go.
There we go. We can
Now
see
we're
you now.
talking. Now we're talking.
Yeah, we can see you
All right.
now. All right. First of all, I'm sure half the people here are wanting to know how old you are. Lance.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm in year 8 this year, meaning that I'm 13 right now, turning 14. In about June. So yeah.
How long have you been keeping fish tanks?
Let's see. Maybe this could be the 5th or 6th year now. I started
Wow.
like when I was 9 or something. So maybe the 5th year.
Yeah.
But yeah, I only started with one tank and just from there, I really just had that one tank for a year, and then only like a couple years ago did I start getting more and more tanks. But yeah, I've learned a lot over the last years. Jeez, it's
Yeah,
crazy.
you have, and you share some knowledge too on your channel. That's great.
Yes, he does.
What was the first thing? And chat and panel jump in anytime, but I'm going to ask one more, and maybe more if I need to. But what did you have in that one tank that you just had for the first year? What was in that?
Well, I made lots of mistakes, lots of dead fish because I kept overstocking it. I had like at one point I think I had 30 fish, and so the tank was the 90 liter, the 45 centimeter cubed. It's in my living room, and I just basically had it set up with Anubius. I think it was pink rotala. I never really knew the name of it. And some Elodia. And I just had that growing, and with a lot of blackbeard algae. But yeah, the fish I had was just an endless amount, and they kept dying. I used up way too much money because I did not know what I was doing back then. But I had like the first few times I got fish, it was so 90 liters is 25 gallons, so it wasn't a big tank, and for 30 like decent fish. Even in the first year I got the electric yellow cichlid, which was a big mistake because the tank is 90 liters, um and it gets really big, and it was a male, so it was really aggressive. But because of that, I still have it in that same tank with a bunch of community fish. But I think it's tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow I'm going to be moving that fish, like donating it to my local fish store. Well, finally, because now I can start like putting live plants in there. But anyway, back to the main topic. Yeah, I had like in the first year dwarf gouramis, yo-yo loach, bristlenose, Cory catfish. I think maybe that was the second year. Siamese flame fox shark. I had neon tetras, maybe some other types of. I had zebradanios, just yeah, lots in that one tank.
That was a good
So
stocking. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, cool fish, but didn't have enough room for them back then.
Levi's Aquatics says, what's your favorite fish?
I like to pin down that question a lot. So, my favorite fish that I'm keeping currently, for fun is probably, cool. Well, I have a couple. Of course, I have my chocolate gourami that I have in the 5 gallon here. That's just a really cool fish, but then I also really like my swordtail. My male swordtail is beautiful, and the koi catfish I have, I just love them, even though they're so basic. They're really
Nice.
cool. And then my favorite fish that I've bred so far, since I've only bred live bearers and I've got like these angelfish to lay a few eggs before, I would say the angelfish have been the most fun so far, even though I'm still learning a lot. But yeah, and then my favorite fish of all time, would have to be. It might be I might have to be the mandarin fish, which is saltwater.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I love
it is a
those.
stunning fish. I think oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I did this like this school thing like years ago where I did research on it.
Oh nice.
So I made this poster about it, and that's I guess why I love it so much because they've got some really unique traits um, of their lifestyle, and their patterning's beautiful.
Did you do a video about that by any chance?
I haven't done a video yet because I don't keep them, but I guess I could yeah, do a video on that poster or something. But
Yeah, you should
yeah,
do a video on it, even if you don't keep them, especially since you did all that research. That would
Right.
be
yeah,
interesting.
yeah, it was really fun. I'll try it. That's actually a good idea. Oh, let's see the cameras.
I don't see any of the
Sorry about the
questions
camera.
right now.
Levi wants to know, what is your dream tank?
Oh,
Dream tank. Well, since my biggest tank that I have is the 90-liter, I don't have big tanks at all. I guess something that's really big. I mean, my cousins have this 60, 55-gallon, no, it's probably 60-gallon aquarium, and it's massive. And so I've always wanted to get like a massive tank like that, maybe even bigger, but and just like fill it with live plants, with CO2 and high tech, just a high tech plant with high tech plant tank, high tech planted tank with like all sorts of small schooling fish and colorful, peaceful community fish, basically, maybe even rainbow fish, because they're amazing in my opinion. But yeah, with the 90-liter at the moment though, I am going to make that into like a dream tank, but smaller version because I've just ripped out most of the plants and all the as much moss as I could in there because I want to like get CO2 into that tank, make a DIY system. And tomorrow I think I'm picking up like a heap of live plants to put in there. But yeah,
Nice.
that'll be cool.
Mike's, I was going to bring this up even if someone didn't, so I'm glad Mike did. He just says a fun fact that you're a classic cellist, and I have heard you play several times on live streams. And
Oh yeah.
is the school you go to a music school or?
Yeah, so I go to VCAS, which is Victorian College of the Arts Secondary School. It's a bit of a handful, but the name is, but it's yeah, great place. Basically, we do music half the day and just academics the other half of the day, and like we switch like what order it is in each day. So we might have on Monday uh, academics first for half the day, then music, and then the next day we do music first, then half of the day academics. And then there's also at the same school we've got dancing like ballet and jazz and all that sort of thing. I don't do that because you have to audition and stuff to get into the school and for that part particular. But yeah, I just do the music. But yeah, it's really fun. Yeah, I try to balance that with the aquariums and the channel and yeah, the social life too. But it's really fun. Great people there, and
You
yeah,
got a plateful.
You ever watch Two Cellos?
yeah, I have actually a couple times. They're awesome. I think I saw it might have been the two cellos, but they played was it the Pucker Bell
Cannon.
something, the Pucker
Can.
Bell drill or something. But
Oh, okay.
Canon
Yeah.
D?
I can never remember the names of classical
I
pieces.
only know Canon and D minor about Pocket Bell. but I know there are
Yes,
lots of
the
them.
Canon. Sorry,
Oh, wait, was it? Yeah,
that's the one.
Yes.
Yeah.
They did
great,
that.
great piece.
Yeah, I'd love to
Listen
play
to
it
them
one
a
day
lot. Very
myself.
soothing. Well, what made you go and take the cello versus a different instrument?
Oh yeah. So cello is really the only instrument that I've actually like had lessons for before. I mean, my dad's a piano teacher, so I could always get piano lessons, but it's a bit too much. But yeah, the cello, my dad just I wouldn't say forced. He really like pushed me to do it. And so he kept me practicing and getting on top of everything for the last couple years before I went to VCAS. And basically, we were just yeah, just practicing a lot to get into there. That was like the dream school to go to. So it was good that I got in. But yeah, really, I just kept playing. My dad pushed me, and my mum too, and my sister, everyone. So that really was what kept me going. And yeah, that's how I got into it, I guess. My dad bought me a cello, and we got some lessons from a guy nearby.
Oh,
That is
Have to, I have to wonder why he wanted you to do the cello, though. Did he tell you why?
Oh yeah, I
Oh,
think when we went to concerts, I always like pointed out the cello or something. Um, and because of that, I really loved the cello, and so he thought, oh, well, the cello is a beautiful instrument. I've always wanted to play it and that sort of thing. So he thought he'd get me to play it, and I was actually really keen to the idea. So I was yeah, for sure. So yeah, then we took the cello because my sister played the violin, so we wanted to go for
okay.
the opposite instrument, or like not the opposite, but a
yeah.
different one. So
Oh.
yeah,
Does
nice.
your mother play an instrument by any chance?
yeah. She used to play the flute, but I don't think she's played for years. She's a hairdresser though, so yeah, she doesn't play anything else. So um, yeah, it's really just my sister and my dad. Who my sister plays the violin and the piano, and my dad he plays the like a mixture of things. He can play guitar, bit of banjo, electric guitar, mainly piano and keyboard work. But yeah, he has like he's made a lot of songs and stuff before too, which is cool.
Oh, nice.
What is what, Levi? When
Pardon?
you Levi's Aquatic says, "What is that?" I'm not sure
Yeah,
what he's talking about there.
yeah. Sorry, Levy. Maybe um more specific there.
Right.
Now,
Yeah, except
when during like holidays and stuff, do y'all bring your instruments out and play like Christmas songs or something together? Or
um well, I don't really no, I don't really like go do concerts outside of school much. But yeah, I do like to learn. I could have learnt some Christmas carols just for fun, but I do go busking. Um, like that's how I get all my money for like the aquariums and stuff. Most of it's just all my busking, and so I do try to learn some cool theme songs as well to keep it interesting. But um, yeah, I should probably learn some Christmas carols for the future though. We do sing them in choir at school, which is cool, but yeah.
That's a good question. Levi says that instrument. I think he means the cello.
Oh, what is the cello?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. So the cello. Um, hopefully my dad doesn't come up into my room and bring it. But um,
I'm sure he, I know he always is with you or watching, so I should have said
yeah,
that.
yeah. So yeah, the cello is a wood instrument, and it's a string instrument made of wood, or maybe other materials too. But basically, if you know what the violin is, then you can expect if you get the violin, you hold it like that, you flip it that way, and you enlarge in it by 20 times, then you've got a cello. Now there are different sizes of cello, of course. I'm on the 3/4. I think I'm upgrading to the full size tomorrow, actually. But like they can be different sizes for how big you are, but how tall. And basically, you play it like this. It's hard to explain, but you use your left hand to for the fingering and to play. So we don't
Uh-oh.
have frets. Sorry, we don't have frets on the cello.
We got busted. There's your dad.
I can bring it up.
Uh, I guess it'd be easier to explain it with the actual
Yay.
cello. But
Laz, have you ever played the electric cello?
yeah, we actually have one, and I used to play it for back in primary school, like year 6.
Uh-huh.
I used to play in the rock band with it, so that was
That's awesome.
really fun.
I didn't know there was such a thing, Susie. I
There
didn't.
is. I played
There is.
with
It's
them for
actually
many
very.
years, and we had an electric cello guy who came and played with us for a couple of years.
Nice.
It adds so much to the band. It's amazing.
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah, it does. So
Well, he's coming with
I hear my
that.
dad.
What are your plans for your tanks for your hobby going forward?
Oh yeah, so I have a lot that I'm planning out for next. Oh, here he is, the cello.
oh, awesome.
Thank you, Mr. Lewis.
Oh,
Oh,
all right. So this
Now
is
you've
the
got 4
cello.
tanks.
look at that. It's gorgeous.
So basically,
Wow.
you play it like this. So imagine if I have a bow. Oh yeah,
Oh,
Oh, there you go.
Imagine.
I use that. I can't play like this, but yeah, basically you just and you go up there, whatever, and go up all the way there.
Are you enjoying it?
Oh yeah, it's very fun, and wait, I'm learning the. Oh wait, let me just get this out. Thank you, Dad. Probably. Maybe take it away because copyright claims from playing pieces.
Oh, yeah.
It is. Yeah. All right, maybe if they want to, but
Now, does your cello have a name?
yeah, cello.
Cello?
Yeah, I haven't
Hello,
named it.
cello.
He's going to be disowned though soon, so I don't want to break his heart and get too close with him. So
Oh, you're going to get a bigger one?
it's hard. So all right, yeah. Wait, so yeah, I do really enjoy the cello, and I'm learning at the moment the cello suites at the moment, the Bach cello suites. And so yeah, so far I've only learnt the the 2 minuets in G major or something, and the prelude, the Bach cello suite prelude number 1, or I'm not good with the names of all these classical pieces and that sort of thing, but yeah, basically, do any of you know the piece that goes
Yes, yes.
Yes, actually.
It sounds familiar.
Is that the
I'm
one
a
with
bad singer,
the
but
bumblebee thing? Is that the one?
oh, that's like the really fast one.
Yeah, that's
Flight of the
I haven't done
Bumblebee.
that yet. That'd be way too hard to do yet. Maybe like in 8 years, but yeah, for now I'm gonna go with the cello suites because I don't think it's kind of even the best cello players in the world would find that piece difficult.
yes.
It's not great because you have to move your fingers so quickly, and the bow, like, yeah, it's very hard.
Do you have a cellist that you admire?
Oh yeah, definitely Yo-Yo Ma.
Oh, yeah.
You guys heard of him?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, he plays a lot. He's famous for playing the Bach cello suites, and that's probably why I really want to learn the cello suites so much. But yeah, he plays all sorts of pieces. He might even play. Oh, you wouldn't know, but it's called Suzuki. It's this way of learning. But oh yeah, so the Bumblebee, Flight of the Bumblebee is more a piece for the violin. As my dad said in the
Oh,
chat. So yeah, that's probably why. Usually a cello would just go dun, 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 I don't know, something just very slow. That's what the cello does. Sometimes the cello can be boring in like trios and stuff. We get the easy parts, but yeah, the violin is always probably the harder one when it comes to ensembles and group pieces.
the two cellos did a version of Eye of the Tiger, the Rocky Balboa theme.
Yeah.
So that was awesome. You know,
Oh
that brought
yeah,
it out from being the boring background thing that people hear don't really pay attention to front runner. Who knows? Maybe you'll be a third cellist one day.
yeah, yeah. Maybe.
Cool. So I saw your video where you went on holiday, and when you came back, your little angel fry were gone.
Yeah.
Saw
You
that too.
getting ready to do it again?
Oh yeah. I'm all set this time. It's really hard when I'm going away. I mean, the fry would have died anyway
Yeah.
because the parents would just have eaten them. But yeah, I tried. I put feeder blocks in with the fish, even though they're not really that good quality. That was probably the best I could do. But the angelfish have been mating a lot at the moment. Like the past 24 hours, they've been cleaning the leaves of the sword I've got in there, and so yeah, they're probably getting ready in a couple days to lay a nice batch, um, and I have like a lot planned for 2022. I'm got a lot of projects that I want to do. I'll probably breed maybe a couple different dwarf sticklers and tetras this year. That's my aim. And I have um I'm going to be ordering some live foods to culture to
Ooh,
feed like the fry and the parents. So I reckon I think I'm buying grindle worms, um vinegar eels, and a tin, like a 500-gram tin of baby brine shrimp eggs. So I'm really excited to get into culturing those live foods and bringing the natural foods for the fish so that I get like really
Nice.
nice coloration in all
Nice.
of them. I think maybe the grinder worms would really do well with breeding the angelfish. I reckon they'll probably make them breed. They'll probably trigger them to breed, lay bigger batches of eggs, which I'm hoping. But yeah, that's
I think
probably
they will
that
too,
happens
especially
soon.
after a nice cold water change, and then some of those worms. Oh, they'll love
Hmm.
Oh
that.
yeah,
Yep.
oh yeah, they
Um,
like that.
Eduardo's asking you what grade you're in. I think you said 8. You're 8 when you started.
So yeah, I'm in year 8 now.
Yeah, he taught
And
orchestra last year and had several students studying the cello.
pardon?
He, Master Aquatics just called me Eduardo. He was an orchestra um, instructor last year, and he had several
Oh,
students studying the cello.
Yeah, let me highlight
That's
that.
oh,
good.
that's awesome.
Hey, Skipper, welcome.
Hey, Skipper.
Today,
So now, when
um,
you do have all these angels, are you going to be? Do you sell them back to local fish stores, or what do you do with the fry when you have?
yeah. So the plan with these angelfish, these aren't my angelfish actually. They're my cousins, and so I thought because I really wanted to breed them and just experience it, I thought I'd borrow the angelfish for a while. I was aiming for 3 successful batches of fry from them, and so basically, what's going to happen when they lay the first batch of eggs? I'm going to hatch those eggs using Justin's fish rooms method, which is getting like a container, uh, just putting the aquarium water in there and having it um, floating, not floating in the tank, but attached to the side, sitting in the tank so it keeps warm, and having an aerator in with the eggs, and putting the multi cure focus.
Is that like an
Oh yeah,
antifungal?
yeah, the antifungal multi cure. The Blue Planet I heard was really good. Sorry, the camera. So yeah, then basically once they hatch, then I'm going to move them to like the hang on breeder box, just like right here. Raise them up for maybe a week to 2 weeks. It might even be a week because if I'm feeding them baby brine shrimp, they'll probably grow quickly. But for the first few days, I think I'll feed them powder foods because they'll be very small. And then once they're too big for the hang on breeder box, I'm going to be moving them to the 5 gallon that I recently set up, which is behind the camera. It's a bit hard to show. And then once they outgrow that tank, hopefully I'm going to be having 2 other batches running at the same time. Since I have another floating breeder box, I can have 2 batches just growing up here as well. And it'll be chaotic, but once the fry from the 5 gallon are too big and need to be in a bigger tank, I'll be returning the angelfish parents back to my cousins and using this 20 gallon as grow out for that batch. And then once they're big enough, they said at the fish store that they only need to be about that big to sell to them, and they said they'd probably give about probably $2 to $4 each fish, so which is pretty good for Australian dollars, just for like a kid like me who's just
That's
doing
very
it.
good.
Yeah, it does.
For them.
A kid like you, what do you mean? You're awesome, dude.
Oh yeah, I have you should see my friends from school. They're really cool. I have like one of my friends is a double bass player. I've got a drummer, a jazz drummer, a singer. So yeah, it's like at VCAS too. There's a lot of people similar to me who play like all sorts of instruments really well too, which is yeah, pretty cool. I also and I also plan on so I have like this female bristlenose in my 90 liter. She's massive. She's like that big. Probably fully grown for sure. And when I'm going to the fish store tomorrow, I'm going to be getting a cave, like a tunnel, like with one end open, and hopefully getting a fully grown male from there. So like around an 8 to 10 centimeter male. Now to get like big bristlenose here, like fully grown, they cost a lot more. They cost about $35 each. So I'm just going to be getting one male, and I think that'll do. Then I also plan that's going to be for the 90 liter, and I'm also going to then return and donate to the fish store as well the yellow lab cichlid, the electric yellow, and the Siamese flying fox shark. Because when I return that yellow lab cichlid, that flying fox shark used to be very aggressive, and so once the king of the tank is gone, he's going to be the next one up, and he's going to tackle the middle to top dwellers of the tank. So yeah, I want to keep it peaceful. But yeah, then I'll be getting a pair of epistogrammas. So the epistogramma orange flash, and they're just going to be in there temporarily. I'm going to grow them up in there. I'm going to be getting a pair, and then once I finish all the angelfish, raising up the fry and everything. Once I've got them all out and I've sold them and I've experienced it all and recorded it, yeah, then I'm going to move. Then I'm going to start doing the same thing, but with the epistogrammas.
Okay.
So, and then keep doing, and then after that, do the same thing. Once I've done that, move on to another, maybe ram cichlers like Dark Knight rams or something. But yeah, it'll be. I've got lots planned for this year, so yeah,
I
that'll
think
be fun.
doesn't Justin breed the dark rams?
Yeah, Justin's fish room does. So does Keeping Fish Simple.
Yeah.
He's not from Australia, but I know King's Aquariums and Antworld, who's my channel sponsor. I'm actually wearing the
Nice.
right now. But they, I think they're getting some Dark Knight rams, and they might even try breeding them too. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, if I were to get Dark Knight rams, to try breed, I'd probably get them from Justin's Fish Room. Yeah, he's got super high quality rams. It's probably like the leading ram breeder of Australia. Is
Yeah,
Nice.
is
for
amazing at
sure.
it.
Hey, Laz, how long does it take for angel fry to grow to that size where you can change them into the store?
So yeah, I'm all new to this and I haven't like done it before. I'm guessing um I'm estimating around 2 to 3 months because they don't need to be like super big to sell to the fish store. They just need to be like a dollar size, dollar coin size, and um if I were, I could sell like this angelfish pair afterwards to them for like $50, but yeah, I'm guessing around 2 months for the fry, and I reckon this whole breeding project, once start getting my first batch and I'm getting into the fluency and the consistency of raising them and that sort of thing, I think yeah, it'll probably be like a 4 month project, and then that'll give me 4 months to raise up those epistogrammers at the same time, get them nice, big, fat, and healthy, and then yeah, then try breeding them. That might take another 4 or 5 months, maybe 6 months. But yeah, um, yeah,
Are
I'm
you
hoping not too long. Baby brine shrimp will probably
Help it out
really
a
quicken
lot.
it.
Yeah.
right? Are you going to need to add a couple of small tanks for all those fry?
Yeah, I might even have to sacrifice this tank here um, for some fry, but yeah, I've got lots of hang on breeder boxes, that sort of thing. I'll see how I go. I'll take it slow, maybe one by one. Um, yeah, I might even just only get 2 batches in from them if I'm going to have to return the angelfish by the time the first batch are ready to go into that tank. But yeah, even just I'm happy with 1 batch that I've been able to raise up to like early adulthood. So
Yeah, that's awesome though.
So is
yeah, it
that
Have
what,
is.
you?
what you do? You after you've done your breeding project, you either give the fish back to your cousin or sell them or what, and get something new, and that way you don't have to keep adding more tanks. Is that what you do?
Um, yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna be giving the pair back. I'm gonna be giving the pair back to my cousins back into their big 60-gallon of tank. So they'll be very happy when they go into there. But um yeah, then I'm gonna do the same with the epistogrammers. I won't be able to put them into that tank, but I there's lots of display tanks at the local fish store I go to. Um, so they always like take in any donations and that sort of thing. They don't like pay you for the fish, but they possibly could if I gave them like an epistogrammer pair that have bred for me before. But
A
I
lot of
don't
fish
really care
stores
spending
here,
money.
a lot of fish stores here will do like a trade in. Like if you take in a
Oh
bunch of
yeah,
fry
yeah,
for them or whatever, they'll give you so many dollars worth of credit.
yeah. They do that with like with batches of fry and that sort of thing. But yeah, I reckon I think I returned like a school of cardinal tetras. They might have um oh, I know, it was some sort of aggressive fish, and so they gave me some free cardinal tetras. I reckon if I gave them like uh, a Pitsgramma Kakatoi orange flash pair, I reckon, yeah, they'd probably trade it back in for something nice. But yeah, I don't really mind if they don't really like to uh, pay back anything for fish that I can't keep anymore. But yeah, I'm fine with whatever they're fine with doing.
Um,
I know your channel is sponsored, and I also know that you're monetized. Um,
Yeah.
and so, what ways could viewers help support your channel? Do you have a Patreon or PayPal or something
Oh
that
yeah.
for those new tanks and things you're going to need?
Yeah. Well, I don't think I'll be able to get new tanks uh anymore because my parents think I have way too much running, especially with the power
Of course.
and everything. So I'm just gonna have to stick with the 5 aquariums. But I mean, like for my future projects and that sort of thing, I don't really mind if you don't want to like donate anything, but if you do, yeah, it does mean a lot. I do have like on live streams on my channel, I've got like super chats and super stickers, but I've also got memberships on my channel where you can yeah, just become a member. I'm not like that consistent with uploading members only videos, but since I did make like these tiers where only like the top tier gets like all these members only videos, I decided, even though it says, I decided whatever tier you get, you're just gonna get the same because you're paying like once a month for to support the channel. I think like it's well deserved. Um, but yeah, all that money goes. It actually goes into my bank account for savings for the future. Um, like maybe if I were to get like a fish room or move house and that sort of thing. And then I just try busk or use Christmas and birthday money for all my fish tanks that I can use like when I want, you know. So
Have you ever thought about? You mentioned the power and the electricity being an issue. Have you ever
yeah,
thought about doing the tanks that kind of like Lucas Bretts and some of the other fish keepers do? They just use the plants and so forth to cycle. I'm not cycle, but keep the tank. Um, you know what I'm saying?
so yeah,
And I tried,
stable
and
and
yeah, stable,
yeah, and filtered. Yeah, so I
filtered.
did see Larry D's fish tanks.
Mm-hmm.
I did see he's made recently like a tank where he put like a bunch of live plants in there, and he slowly, gradually made it filterless, which was really cool.
Yeah.
Um, I reckon like the 90-liter tank though, if I'm gonna be adding CO2 and I've got just my light, I think like with all the plants I want to add into it, it might not even it probably like will just filter itself, but like I'll still have a filter running. I do run most of like I run these two fish tanks and the fish tank behind my other fry tank. I do run them on sponge filters, and if I were to get like another 5-gallon tank, as like grow out space, I could always like with just my one outlet air pump, I could easily just like separate and divide that air into for another sponge filter easily. So that's like what's great with sponge filters and
Right.
just you can get one air pump and I've seen people like get just one monster air pump that might have costed like $80 to $100, but then it runs 16 tanks. Um, and that all those 16 tanks get all their filtration that they need, which is pretty insane. But yeah, um, I reckon it'd take lots of convincing if I were to just even get another 5-gallon, especially like with lights they cost so much here. Not sure about where you guys are, but aquarium lights, I reckon I could get a floodlight for a lot cheaper, but yeah. I'll wait and see if I do get too much breeding, that sort of thing. I can always, um, I might have to get like another tank, but
Now, Larry D's a buddy of mine. I've known Larry a long time, and just a kind of a
yeah,
personal question: do you watch the videos where he drinks that hot sauce and stuff?
Oh my goodness.
yeah, I do actually. I do fast forward to the bits where he's reacting from all the
I do the
hot
same.
sauce.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's yeah, it's very unique for a fish channel. I enjoy it, and it's random. So I learn a lot of different new hot sauces, but then I keep forgetting the names. So don't give me a quiz on hot sauces. But
Oh,
um, he is yeah, he's very cool, and I really do enjoy his setups too. That was it. The one is his filterless tank like 125 gallons or something.
I
yes.
think so. Yeah,
Yeah,
Susie knows him
massive
too. Yeah,
tank.
she follows him. Um, what about? Do you keep any reptiles, or I mean, you're right there.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I
your country
do.
has the best reptiles in the
I
world.
know. Right?
Yeah, the most dangerous too.
Yes.
Um, I am. like I've actually most of the time I've been more into reptiles than fish. I probably still am very into reptiles. The thing is, I'm just not really that into keeping pet reptiles. I don't have like room for enclosures and that sort of thing. I used to keep years ago. I used to keep skinks, like common garden skinks, just from the garden. I catch
Is
them
that
and
like a blue
eat
tongue
them.
skink you're calling a common skink?
No,
Oh,
so they're actually
okay.
very different. The common garden skink is it's pretty small and they're very quick lizards. They're hard to catch, but they only get to about that long and they're a very thin lizard.
I'm
They've
so
got like a
jealous.
very long tail.
I am so jealous right now.
We do have a blue tongue in our garden that does live on like also in the next door's like veggie patch and garden. They probably feeds along there, um
Man.
but yeah, we do see it occasionally sunbathing, but there is like we also got like where I live, like right down around the corner we have a local creek and we've got like a ton of tiger snakes there. So like you could just go down there on a hot day, go walking along the creek and you'll probably bump into a tiger snake. I think they're in the top 10 most venomous snakes in the world, and they're also very aggressive. Because I've heard stories of one of my mum's friends was like used to walk the dog around near the creek, and sometimes he'd bump into a tiger snake, and it actually chased them
Oh my god.
down the bike path.
Oh my
Um,
God.
so you've got to be quite careful if you're going to go looking for them. I really want to find one. I've been meaning to find a snake around here for a long time. We occasionally do see the eastern brown snakes, but okay, in the state we have here in Australia, I live in Victoria, so we have I think six common types of snakes like throughout the area. We've got the eastern tiger snake, the eastern brown snake. The eastern brown snake is actually the second most venomous snake in the world. So if you get bitten by them, you've got 30 minutes to live, and
Oh
you
my.
get
Oh, I've
anti
heard.
venom into you. So yeah, that's it's hard to imagine we've got them here, but we've also got the small-eyed snake, um, the red-bellied black snake. I've always wanted to find them. They're not as aggressive as the other types, and they're very beautiful, especially the males. I think the males have the beautiful red belly. And then we've got the lowland copperhead and the Highland Copperhead. So of course you can tell the Lowland Copperhead likes to go in the lowland areas, like on ground, on flat on the flat Earth. They like to be in the near the waterways and ponds and still waters. Whereas you got your Highland Copperheads that you'll see up in the mountain ranges, like places like you probably won't know the places at all, but yeah, we've got up north of Victoria, we do have some mountain ranges where it even snows. So,
Hmm.
uh, yeah, I would say though with Victoria, uh, you have to get like there's only like a couple days where you get good snake catching days. I don't like to catch snakes myself, like in the wild. I won't catch them, but I'll like go up to them and experience like just look at them and study them
Yep.
and that sort of thing. But yeah, like in the future, I really want to work at Australia Zoo up in Queensland. That's probably like my dream job, and so that's where I'm going to be working with a lot of reptiles, maybe even crocs and that sort of thing. I've also um, I don't think you guys would be into the idea, but swimming with wild crocodiles would be very fun.
Not for
Um,
me.
we've got
No.
I
I've
love
always wanted to actually
crocodiles.
like catch one with my bare hands.
Oh my god.
Um, But the thing is, I'm not talking about your salties. Your saltwater crocodiles, yeah, that they can shred you to pieces if they want, or if you get too close to them. But we've got like the freshwater crocodiles, and they're adorable and they're very peaceful.
Oh
Um,
my
you'll see
gosh.
them like in the freshwater areas where it's like high up in the creeks and that sort of thing. You'll see them in the warm, hot areas of Australia. So not here, but you will see them like maybe more north of New South Wales maybe along the east as well, northeast. Um, but yeah, I want to at least like see some wild ones. People like have signs out where it says, "Wild crocs beware," whereas they're just freshwater crocodiles where you don't need to worry about them. I reckon if you do pick one up though, they will try to like swing around and try cling on, bite into you. But um, I reckon since they are pretty small, I reckon like once I see them once I've seen them a few times in the wild and I've studied them and that sort of thing, maybe I could pick them up. But yeah, just to be around with one, I'd love to see a wild freshwater crocodile. But yeah,
Is that the zoo that Steve Irwin was at?
yeah. So that's
I thought it was.
so
Yeah.
hopefully if I do work there, I might even work with the Irwins. So you've got I forgot what the boy's called, the son.
Robert.
Robert, yes, Robert Irwin. And then you've also got Bindi Irwin and Terry
Mm-hmm.
Irwin. So yeah, Terry's the wife, and Bindi and Robert are the um his children. So yeah, I might even be working like with their children, like in the future. But yeah, I'd love to meet them one day. I'm watching like before I go to school, since I have to catch the tram or the train to school for about 40 minutes to an hour every morning. I like to just sit down with my earphones and watch some Steve Irwin on YouTube. There's like this channel
Nice.
where they've got all the episodes,
Yes,
so
they
you can
do.
just watch
Oh
for
my
free.
gosh, that's great.
Yeah, so I watch them and I learn lots. So yeah, that's what keeps me motivated about the wildlife for sure.
Monica Lynn, MLT Plants, asked a minute ago how far you are from Josh, aka Aquamate.
Oh yeah, yeah. So I'm actually in the area of a few fish tubers you guys might know. Um, I've only caught up with one before, but we've got Josh from Aquamate. He probably lives about 40 minutes away.
Mm.
It might be a hassle to get my parents to drive me that far. I could always catch public transport like train or tram or bus, but yeah, I could always visit him. He is going through a hard time at the moment with the loss of his dad, so he hasn't been active on YouTube lately. So uh, we'll give him time to get back into the hobby and back into fish tube. Like, yeah, it's really important he recovers from that. And then we also have Parker's Reef. Sam Parker, he lives in Geelong, so he actually lives probably about 20 minutes away from my beach house, so that I go there quite frequently. But since his only saltwater, I don't think be able to really film many videos where our audience would actually like it because I'm more focused on freshwater. He focuses on saltwater. But then we also have Blake's Aquatics. He lives very close to my beach house. And so I do get stuff from him often, and I have visited his fish room before, which was really cool. And yeah, we've done a couple collabs before. And so I guess like when I need something that no one else sells that he has around, I might just contact him and I'll pick something up from him. But
Mm.
yeah, I haven't been to his new fish room yet. But yeah, he's got some awesome content and awesome setups too. So
Well,
oh, and then we're also close to Bodgy from Straya.
oh yeah,
Um,
Baji.
yeah,
He's a young
Bodgy.
guy too. Yeah.
Yeah, I've really been wanting to catch up with him. Except we've tried to organize stuff before. Except we're both very busy a lot, so it's kind of hard. But I reckon he lives probably about 30 minutes away, so not that far actually to visit Bodgy. But yeah, I've done a live stream with him with my sister involved too, so she knows she's been in contact with him a little bit too. So she might even
Nice.
tag along when we go to his place one day and tour his fish tanks. That's what we've been planning to do. But we have this underwater pet expo. So I know you guys have a lot of in America. You have a lot of the pet expos or like the fish expos, maybe even reptile ones. And you see like I've seen like KG Tropicals is there. Like a lot of you guys are there too. Um, I especially know uh, Pam from Punchy Paints, Painty Paint Paint. I know. I remember seeing some of your artwork there when I watched like a live stream of it was Dallas or I can't keep track of all the places they always are, but yeah, I've seen like a lot of you on the panel. I've seen you guys in the live streams and videos of tours there. But yeah, here in Australia, we don't really have many. So we have like one here in Melbourne, in the city I live. We have one once a year, but they've only done it once so far. That I think Parker's Reef actually puts together all himself, which is crazy. But we've done it once before, and I actually couldn't make it because I didn't even know about it back then. But um, they were planning on doing it sometime last year if COVID was going to looking good, but it might not even happen this year. So we'll just have to be patient. Once it all eases, we might be able to do it. But basically, it's just like all your guys' ones. It's in this big warehouse. We have all sorts of Australian brands promoting all their fish foods. You can get samples, and even at the end, if you walk around and you can get like leftover stuff, like free stuff from them. I remember
Yeah.
Bodgy from Australia does that, so that's his method for getting free live plants and that sort of thing.
He made a video about that, I think.
Yeah, he did.
Yep.
So yeah, that's what I plan on doing. But yeah, lots of fish tubers go there too, like big ones too. And so they've got this little room where you can do like collabs and interviews with other fish tubers and basically for your own channels. And yeah, that's really cool. So I like how they've done that idea. But yeah, I reckon if they do have it on, I'm definitely going and I'll film the experience there for sure. But
Nice.
yeah, I'm just sad I missed the first one. I was very like I only found out about it a couple months after it went, but yeah.
Well, our time is up, Laz, and it sure went by way too fast for me. And I was
Sorry, I
going
was
to
probably
say,
talking way too much.
no, you weren't. It
No,
was,
not at all. It was perfect.
Yep, it was delightful. Actually, lots of good information. I learned a lot. Actually,
Okay.
I was going to suggest you come back a second time, but you have school, so we'll have to catch you on a holiday or
Yeah,
something.
holidays do work better because like on weekends usually I might be with friends or I have tennis and that's oh yeah, sorry, tennis is another thing I do. Well I have like yeah, I do tennis a lot, so um yeah, holidays are probably better for me. Like when I'm around at my house, I'm away a lot. But like I can always get in contact with you if I've got like a day off school. We have like a public holiday, or like it's just a weekend where I'm free and I feel like doing a live stream. I could always let you guys know on maybe a Saturday night live stream or something your time.
Okay.
But yeah, I definitely won't be able to do live streams at this time because I'd be at school right now if it was a school day. So
So what time is it there right now?
it's 1:02 p.m.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, what is it down there?
It's at 9:05 p.m.
But it's
Sunday
Monday for
night.
you, correct?
Right.
Yeah, because like a lot of the streams I see people do in America, they're always like 3 a.m. my time, so
Right.
I rarely make it. And then like usually they're in during the week where I'm at school, so I can't really make it to many, sadly.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and we need a hashtag, to go over to the next stream, and that's Daniken Aquatics. Do you know Daniken? And
yeah, I've also been on this stream before.
Awesome. I thought you
A year
had.
ago.
Yeah. So
Yeah, they're great.
so
We could do hashtag cello.
there
Oh,
you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pam got it. All right. Well, thank you so much. It was a really, really nice stream. It was great to have you on, and I
Thank you
especially
so much for
appreciate you
inviting
coming.
me.
Well, last minute, and you really rose to the occasion. Much appreciated. So,
It's been a pleasure.
panel, we'll hang out a moment if y'all want to, and if you don't, that's fine too. But I'm gonna go ahead and end it, and we'll do hashtag cello over at Daniken.
Hashtag
Thanks,
hello everyone.
everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.